Last time on Shadow Piece, Kaido was declared the winner of the Battle of the Rooftop, and Moria's death was revealed to all of us. However, even with Kaido's victory, the Azure Dragon announced that the samurai won the war. After all, winning one battle is very different from winning the entire war. Because of the circumstances, the relationship between the Beast Pirates and the people of Wano will change completely. What will the future look like for them? All of the samurai heard Kaido's words, but they don't feel like cheering. Kaido was as much responsible for the suffering as Orochi. If he really wanted to, he could have killed Orochi anytime he wanted to, but he didn't. And the Smile Devil Fruits also came because Kaido ordered Caesar Clown to produce them, and all these other things that Kaido did, the pollution from the weapon factories and all these things, the suffering from the Wano people is connected to Kaido himself. In addition to that, they know that without Ryuma present, Kaido would most likely continue this war and go for the complete domination of Wano country. But one thing they can do is think about the future. With enough practice, they will continue to grow. This time, the 4 Yakuza bosses had to rely on Ryuma's help to defeat Kaido's first commander, King the Wildfire. In the future, they won't need Ryuma's help, and maybe with enough practice, they will even be able to defeat Kaido himself. I assume all of you are exhausted. We can have our official agreements on a later date. I have lived in this country longer than some of you people, some of you warriors, so I am sure we can come to a decision that all of us will like. The captain of the Beast Pirates makes it seem like he's offering an alliance to Wano, but the entire alliance of samurai feel like he will force his way into the agreement. And who knows how long Ryuma will remain in this country, or in this world in general. He was only brought back to life because of Moria after all. Devil fruits work in mysterious ways. Some effects remain forever, others are timed, and yet again others vanish once the user falls unconscious or dies. How does the Shadow fruit work then? There are too many uncertainties to be sure of anything. It is truly a difficult situation, both mentally and emotionally. However, for one group this moment is much more emotionally heavy. One after the other, the Strawhat Pirates come out of the places they were staying in, paired together with the people they were together with. They enter the performance floor and the tension rises once again. Only Hawkback was in the performance floor the entire time and knows what just happened. Sanji is helping Absalom with staying on his feet, and the women from the Pleasure District are following them. Absalom's arm is still missing and bleeding, and as soon as he arrives, Hawkback and the other doctors start taking care of him. Brook comes together with many lifeless zombies. After Moria absorbed all of the shadows, they obviously all collapsed. That also includes the barbarian Kumashi. Some samurai picked up the shadowless teddy bear on their way back to the main force. The last member of Moria's commanders is the ghost princess Perona. Perona flies in the performance floor covered in tears. Izo is carrying Kiku on his back, Marco is carrying Ace's body, and Zeus holds Kinemon. Everybody has returned to the main stage, the place where the first battle started. The remnants of the Whitebeard pirates go to the dead body of their captain, finally being reunited after losing him 2 years ago at the War of Marineford. For most of the people, this is an outcome they can live with, even if it is not the perfect scenario. But she is not happy. Without any warning, Perona shoots out all variation of her hollows at Kaido. Explosive, freezing, burning, negative, thunder, and more. However, her power is not enough to hurt a member of the Yonko. But it is clear to everyone that this woman is not only trying to hurt Kaido because of their opposing sides, but she is also completely furious because of Maria's death. Perona would normally use the zombies as a front line or keep her distance and bombard the enemy with her range attacks, maybe even use her astral projection to stay in complete safety. But right now, she isn't really thinking about strategy. As fast as she can, she flies towards Kaido, and with her frail arms she starts punching the monster. He looks at her, rather confused. Because he doesn't know her and she isn't wearing any of the Beast Pirate uniforms, it's easy to guess what Maria was to her. Kaido himself is also a father, and while he doesn't have a good relationship with his child, he can see that this girl is not only a crewmate to her captain. He picks her up by the collar and holds Perona in front of his face. Listen here, girl. Gecko Moria fought well. He was one of the strongest people I have ever encountered, and that is something you can be proud of. Live in honor of his name. Perona flails around in his hands, kicking his face in the process. Proud? Why should I be proud of him being dead, you oversized lizard? For others, it can be misunderstood why Kaido is laughing. He is not enjoying Perona's sadness and anger. Instead, he can see Maria in the girl. The way she behaves, moves around, and the words she uses to insult him, it all mirrors Maria. Maria raised his daughter well. Kaido puts her down on the ground, close to Brook, and the Skeleton King holds her back, trying to comfort her. Absalom is also devastated. Maria was his best friend and savior. What should he do now that he is gone? One thing is for sure, if he could move, he would do the same thing as Perona, pummel the shit out of Kaido. These two cared the most about Maria. For Hogback, it was mainly work and the pleasure of getting Sindri. Brook is still a newer official addition, even if he spent decades on the filler bark, but most of the time he was just a shadowless prisoner. And yet, it still hurts him. This is the second captain he lost on his journey as a pirate. Maybe he is just cursed. Is this the end of the Thriller Bark Pirates? Where will their paths lead them, without the person striving for the title of Pirate King? Will some of them stay in Wano? Will Absalom join Sanji and become a member of the Big Mom Pirates? Will Brook find a way back to Laboon? How will Perona handle Maria's death? There are so many questions in this very moment, but only the gods know how this event will influence the future. The future in this world and ours. Will there be Shadow Peace without Maria? It is hard to say, but let's round figures up for today. A war never ends with pure positives. Both sides lost many warriors, so if not completely necessary, pirates, samurai, and everybody else tends to avoid these battles without any significance. So because of that, the world government also decided not to go for Wano. After Kaido won, it was too dangerous to attack. The Yonkos help in keeping the world balanced, so going after Kaido would not have been good. Now that the warlords don't exist anymore, one would think that the pirate side has gained considerable power, but pirates are never united as one, and we all know what the world government and the Marines have up their sleeves. Now, let's say this. Rest in peace, Gecko Moria. You changed the world for many people, and are now one of my favorite characters in One Piece. To finish this video, I have a song for you. It's called After the Storm. It is based on an old Norwegian poem, about how after a storm, all the death and horror comes floating up the shore. Pretty damn dark to be honest, but very fitting for this scene. All of you stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Enjoy the song, and we will see each other again in the next video. Bye!
Bølgerne ruller så tungt ved natt, langt ute på havsens vande. Der vifter ei vind, og der intet seil. Der glimter ei stjerner i sjøens speil, men der driver lig mot strande. Der flyder i natten et lysende skjær, i stude på havsens vande. Der driver en kvinne i silkerig drakt, med armene stivt over sjøernes trakt. Et lig som Der vifter ei vind, og der intet seil. Der glimter ei stjerner i sjøens speil. Men der driver lig mot strand.